Good afternoon. This is Susan, and this is Susan's Ramblings. Thank you for being here today. If you're new, please hit the subscribe button and the bell so you get a message, a notification every time I post something. And share it. I want more subscribers, okay? And I believe I have content that will help us in these difficult days. I'm starting with these recipes. These recipes are not really depression recipes. That'll be coming up later. We'll have a series on depression recipes. I'm researching it right now. There will be a series on hot dogs and on ramen noodles and so forth. Those are all being researched on soups. So, give something to look forward to. And no, I don't actually cook them. I give you these recipes, and these recipes came from people, local homemakers, who serve this to their family. So it's not anything odd. This one was 1980, these recipes, and that meant in 1970s were a really bad time for our country. And we were coming out with no gas. We look it up sometime. Researched the 1970s. So we were coming out in the 1970s, and that meant we were using common foods. We didn't have all the foods in the supermarkets, grocery stores that we have now. And we definitely didn't have any fruits or any vegetables that weren't in season, except for potatoes and carrots and so forth. But I mean, when it came to strawberries or blueberries or watermelon, that was only in the summer. We had none of them in the winter like we do now. Okay? So anyway, after that thing, let's get down to the recipes. The tuna twist. Well, we'll get it going here. Bisquick was a very popular product at that time. Margarine was was used instead of butter. Margarine was in everybody's cupboards, everybody's refrigerators. They didn't have butter in there. Butter was too expensive. And we didn't know about margarine like we do now. So we got tuna twist, 1 cup of Bisquick, 1/2 cup of cold water, 2 cans of cream of mushroom soup, 1 can of tuna. Mix and roll out your Bisquick and water. Combine your tuna and 1/2 can of cream of mushroom soup. Spread the tuna mixture over the roll and rolled out Bisquick crust. Roll up like a jelly roll. Bake at 425 degrees for 15 to 20 minutes. Take the remaining cream of mushroom soup, 1/2 cup of shredded cheese, and 1/4 cup of milk. Heat and serve over the tuna roll. Tuna twist. Oats pancakes. 1 cup of flour, 1/2 cup of oats, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of less salt, 1 egg, 1 cup of milk, and 2 tablespoons of butter melted. This one used butter. Combine dry ingredients in the bowl. Stir. Beat the egg and the milk. Add the dry ingredients. Add melted butter. Mix well. Pour 1/2 cup batter onto a hot griddle. Brown until bubbles form and hold on the surface. Flip and brown on the other side. Stir, serve with soup. I got a note here saying I can stir in 1 cup of blueberries, chopped apples, nuts, or mashed ripe banana if desired. Oats pancakes. I've been looking for recipes that would use common pantry recipes. Like I said before, I assume you have that stuff in your pantry. Or if you're just starting with the pantry, you started to build it up. Getting off this oats, corn, wheat, rice is supposed to all be in short supply. That means we're going to have to learn to do without or to ration it like they did in the wars. So anyway, I'm looking for recipes that will use common pantry stuff or things that I can make very easily, such as this cottage cheese. To make cottage cheese, it takes about 10 minutes, and you got it. Well, it takes longer than I cook it for about 10 minutes. You have your cottage cheese, and then you have to drain it. But anyway, cottage cheese is available. Could be made, and you can use any milk. They tell us we're not supposed to use the shelf-stable milk, but I've used it, and I've had no problem. Okay, pancakes and cottage cheese. 2 eggs beaten, 1/2 cup of cottage cheese, 3/4 cup of buttermilk, and remember, you can use vinegar and milk to form buttermilk. 1/2 cup of flour, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. Mix the ingredients, let stand for 10 minutes. Spoon onto the griddle, cook until golden brown. Pancake and cottage cheese. Night before that casserole, 2 cups of macaroni uncut and cooked, 2 cups of cooked chicken, turkey, or tuna, 2 cans of cream of mushroom soup, 2 cups of milk, 3 hard-boiled eggs chopped. Green peppers are optional. Mix all together, pour into a 9 by 13-inch pan. Refrigerate at least 4 hours or up to 12 hours. Bake at 350 degrees for 1 hour. This would be something very simple for those of you who work. Put it together the night before, and when you come back from work, put it in the oven and bake it. A simple meal. Easy sandwich loaf. 1/2 pound of pork sausage, 1 pound of ground beef, 1/2 cup of oatmeal, 1 can of vegetarian soup, that's your ABC soup, 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder, salt to taste. Mix all ingredients thoroughly, place in a loaf pan, bake at 350 degrees until well done and lightly browned for about an hour. Cut into 1/2 inch thick slices, and you have your sandwich loaf. Okay, basically like Spam or your summer sausage recipes is what you come up with. It's a different variation of those. That's good. And for my last one, almost chili. 1.5 pounds of ground beef. Remember, even if it says 1.5 pounds of ground meat, you can cut that in half. So use 3/4 of a pound, or less than that. You use the meat to give you the flavor, not necessarily have a complete serving of what we consider meat nowadays. Almost chili. 1.5 pounds of ground beef, 2 teaspoons of salt, 1/8 teaspoon of nutmeg, 1 onion chopped, 2 teaspoons of chili powder, 2.5 cups of water, 1 can of kidney beans, 1 can of whole kernel corn, 1 can of tomato paste, 2 cups of shredded cabbage, and green peppers are optional to taste. Brown the beef and the onion in Dutch oven. Pour off all but 2 tablespoons of the grease. Add salt, nutmeg, and chili powder. Add water, kidney beans, corn, and tomato paste. Mix well. Bring to a boil. Reduce heat. Simmer for 5 minutes. Add the cabbage and green peppers if desired. Simmer for 45 to 60 minutes. For a spicier taste, add more seasoning. This is a recipe that I can do and put in my cupboard using all dehydrated foods. And all I would have to do is add water. So that's what I've got. I've got the ground beef dehydrated. I've got kidney beans dehydrated, whole kernel corn divided, tomato paste dehydrated. I just learned I could do that, tomato paste. And I got the cabbage. I also got the green peppers. So I got everything dehydrated here, and I just have to figure out how much of each that I need, because if I put, I need to figure out how much 2 cups of dehydrated cabbage would be, or a can of tomato paste. That's an easy one, because just put the tomato paste all in separate, tomato paste from the can in separate things in my dehydrator, so all I have is 1 can of there. I've got kidney beans, and I've got corn. I've got all that stuff dehydrated. So anyway, that's what I will come up with. I will later on be dehydrating all that stuff, or putting those meals together, and that will be another series. And it's enough for today. I got another long one, and I really don't like those long ones. Anyway, I hope you're interested in these recipes. Remember, if you're new, subscribe, share it with others. Have a great day. God bless.